Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. This is my third video for this morning dealing with Avdiivka. Why? Because a lot of things happen in Avdiivka. First, the first video I made today was the Russians brought their elite troops in Avdiivka, and they're advancing. And the second one is the second video that I made was that the Russians are almost physically encircling the town. I think they've been encircling the town with their shelling. That means you can't get in or get out. You're basically confined to that area where you are defending, I don't know exactly what. And then also in the second video, I got information coming from the Russians that the Russians got information from the Ukrainians, and the Ukrainians claim that they started a partial withdrawal from Avdiivka. So they're trying to get out, but they can't get the whole thing out because they're under their exit route is under Russian shelling. So those were the two videos that I covered. One with elite troops, the other one with the situation with the partial withdrawal, the Ukrainians troops. And now we have from BBC and from another media outlet, Ukraine-Russia war, United States warns and tells us that Avdiivka is about to fall. They will claim that it is about to fall if the House does not vote for the military aid to Ukraine. Now that's imbecilic, and I will tell you why that's imbecilic. The situation in Avdiivka is not something that will be prolonged for years or weeks. And I will show you the process, and I will explain why I think that even if the House approves today $60 billion for Ukraine, Avdiivka would 99% certain fall. So let's go to this article. BBC first. Ukraine-Russia war. US warns Avdiivka could fall. The US has warned that Russia could seize Ukraine's key eastern town of Avdiivka. Remember, key. Once the Russians will take over, this is BBC. Once the Russians will take over, they will say Avdiivka was not a key town. Well, nothing happened. It's nothing major. It's just but they're dying like flies over there. The scene of some of the fiercest fighting in recent months, and I'm quoting, Avdiivka is at risk of falling into Russian control. National Security Council spokesperson, I will call this person, not man, John Kirby said, citing Ukraine's ammunition shortages. I will tell you why this is garbage. I will tell you. It's very logical. Based on evidence, not on, I don't like it, therefore I will make the claim. Ukrainian, yeah, he's Ukrainian as I am Zimbabwean. Zelensky vowed to do everything to save as many Ukrainian lives as possible. No. Too late, baby doll. Too late. You should have done this much earlier, not now when they can get out. And I will show you a map, just to start with the map right there. You see this little thing over there? You cannot get out anymore. You see this little thing over here? This is Avdiivka. Cut in two, and this is where these guys could. I mean, they can't get out here. They can't get out there. The only place they can get out is maybe this way. And this way is under the continuous, right here, bam, 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 shelling by the Russians. So it's too late, baby doll. Don't give me the compassionate garbage. All right, too late. Russian troops have made gains in Avdiivka, threatening to encircle it. The town, which has been almost completely destroyed, it's seen as a getaway, remember, again, getaway to nearby Donetsk, the region Ukrainian capital seized by Russian-backed fighters in 2014 and later illegitimately annexed by Moscow. Remember, they say now is a getaway. When they will lose it, these guys will say, nothing, niente. Russian President Vladimir Putin launched a blah, blah, blah. Okay. At Thursday briefing in Washington, Mr. Kirby said Avdiivka could fall largely because, you see, this is largely because, and it's a lie. I would say. I have the right to assess it. I will give you the why. Because the Ukrainian forces on the ground are running out of artillery ammunition. Russia is sending wave after wave of conscript forces to attack Ukrainian positions, he said. The next article, the White House says Ukraine may lose Avdiivka to wave after wave of Russian conscripts if the GOP keeps blocking aid. Now let me analyze that garbage of a statement. Do you know, if you look over the map, the distance between United States of America, or if you want even some, but United States of America and Ukraine, I don't know, it's about in straight line 7,000 miles, 6,000 miles, something like that, I'm guessing. So if you would start sending a plane, 5 planes full of ammunition, Hercules and whatever, and they need about a day to fly over there, about, let's say, 12, 15, more than 15 hours, let's say 10 hours, 15 hours to fly. If they're right now with the engine started, they will arrive somewhere, not in Ukraine. They will land, because they're Americans, they will land in Poland. From Poland, being taken from the planes, unloaded, put on trucks or trains, trucks and then trains, and then whatever you send them to somewhere distribution center in Ukraine, and then from there make sure what you send, and then put them on trucks and send them to the to Avdiivka. That would take at least, I would say, 5 days, and that is if it's unlikely. Why? Efficiency is not a they say it's a Western value, which would be very bad to use. So probably it's gonna be 2 weeks. So I give you between 5 days, which would be as we used to be, or as they used to be, efficiency, to, hey man, we're cool, man, we're relaxed, good, to about, I don't know, 2 weeks. Let's give them 5 days. In 5 days, let's say they get to the Ukrainians. Now I gave you the impossibility that these things are already loaded, picked, loaded in the airplanes, the Hercules, on the takeoff with the engines running, which is not the case. So if these guys do that right now, it would be a impossible 5 days. I would say impossible. Take off, fly, land, take off, put on this, boom, put on, go over there, distribution, boom, lamp, 5 days. Minimum. I don't think it's possible. I would give it 2 weeks. 2 weeks. So in 2 weeks, do you think those things will arrive over there? And this is just the ammunition. So all this garbage with about giving them ammunition now could be put in fruition, like, get to the point of those guys to use them in 2 weeks. Avdiivka will fall, I would say, today, tomorrow, 3 days, a week. Within a week, all that is going to be over. And you tell me, GOP keeps blocking aid. No, this is a garbage thing for these guys to do it for future, for the long war. It's not for Avdiivka. Avdiivka is already lost. But if you want to think that, hey, these guys are ready to go, could be. Even if there's the way I said, maximum impossibility, 5 days. In 5 days, and even if you bring the ammunition, do you think that's the main point? Or we're not going to shooting at them? No, we don't. Could be part of it. There's a big. I don't think it's a big part of the why these guys are not. I think this. I think the could fall largely because the Ukrainian forces on the ground are running out of artillery ammunition. Could be not. I don't know. They lie. Always. Sometimes we don't even know when they lie and when they don't. That's why everything they say, it's like, let me check. And you check others that you don't know if they lie. Because why? They all lie. We all lie sometimes. In this case, we can't believe this garbage. But nevertheless, the situation is, even if they send it today, they need at least 5 days. That's the maximum efficiency, and I don't think that's happening. So that's not true. What's true is this right here. This is what is true right there. This is what is true. That breakthrough right here, nothing over here. They're going to go straight here, and I don't think the Ukrainians have anything here. So, I mean, they must have something, but I think from here to here, if you, I showed this about what, 4 or 5 kilometers, 2 miles. I mean, if you take a motorcycle, you go over that in 1 minute, 2 minutes, go over it, 3 minutes, whatever. Depends how fast you ride it. So here it is, my friends. The situation is bad, and it's not about these guys not sending it, not approving it now. It's for the future, not for this one. I'm waiting. Could happen in the next, 5 minutes. I can read an article saying that the Ukrainians are done. they will start withdrawing, partially withdrawing from Avdiivka. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.